Hello, 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 hello. It's Happy New Year to you, everybody here in Practical Magic, in my group, where we are talking about the dragons, we're asking for assistance, and we are calling them in. We're calling them in with every single thing that needs to go on in our lives. There is a different way of doing things, and the dragons want to show us exactly how we as humans can do that. We can step out of the way, we can become more powerful, phenomenally confident, so that no one's energy, no one's interference or acceptance of us will rock us ever again, because we are true to our own energy, we're true to ourselves. This is the path of the dragons. They were telling me over the whole Christmas period that when you're aligned to your energy, you are a powerful conductor of energy that has the capacity to create really, really great things. When I was in the forest the other day, I was just, oh my God, yeah, of course we need to be able to do this. I mean, I do it as a natural thing, but sometimes our head gets so screwy and so in the way that we can't get any messages coming through. And one of the messages from these cards I remember is, God, if humans could just get out of the way and stop overthinking, because we can't get through. They say it's like a brick wall. They can't get through this brick wall because you're thinking so much and you're doing so much and you're worried so much. You are way more precious than that. And this is what they want you to know. So if we could just allow ourselves to get out of our overthinking mind and thinking that we have to think about all the answers, when you could just be allowing the guidance through. This is the thing that most humans don't do. But if you're a spiritual woman, I'm sure you're used to meditating. I'm sure you're used to doing a lot of the things that I talk about. One of the things that I'm doing right now is I'm stepping out of my own way. As yesterday, today, and the rest of this week, I will be doing a fast. And I am doing a fast. And I will be eating no solid food. I will be doing a detox. And this is one of the things that the dragons presented to me about 20 years ago, when I was looking for a way to how I could sustain my living in France, how I could raise my kids, how I could pay the bills. I'd come here on an adventure, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, I don't have any way of financing myself here. And it was then that I was, meditating a lot and asking a lot of questions, and the dragons came through and they kind of said, we want you to write the book, The Protocol for the Home Detox Box, and actually sell the Home Detox Box, which is the box that I sell here. Not just for January, not just for New Year's resolutions, but how you can, it's like a rite of passage, how you can open up your third eye, open up your pineal gland, clean everything, make yourself a really, really good conduit, and get out of your own way. So this is a rite of passage that I do, as well as asking people to go and sit in the woods, and just lots and lots of little things so that you can get your guidance coming through. When you are that conduit of energy, when you've devoted your time and your energy and your space, you're talking to the dragons, they can come through and they can guide you. Sadly, they can't. If we're overthinking, if we're too busy and we're too wrapped up in our earth life. So I'm on a liquid diet for this week. So that's going to really help me clear out the old, bring in the new. And it's always better to do that after the full moon. So we had a full moon at the end of December. Better to do it before the new moon. So that's the phase that we're in at the moment. And if you're interested in doing the home detox box, I did a post earlier on in my group, Practical Magic, about how you can do that and how I will support you, how you can prepare for it mentally, physically, and spiritually. So we have 4 cards today. We have 4 cards bringing in the new year. What are your messages this week? What is it that the dragons want to share with you this week? What is the potent theme that's going on with you? So all of that along the theme as well of being aligned with your energy, being a powerful conductor. You don't know how powerful you are when you allow yourself to be in this powerful conductor state. Imagine yourself as a tree. You're reaching up. You've got all your energy going up, allowing all that energy to come all the way through you, down through your body and into the ground. The dragons do things in a very different way. They show me very different practices and techniques to get us all grounded. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick the first card, which would be card number 1, if you chose card number 1. If you haven't chosen a card yet, just think of a number 1 to 4 right now. So I'm saying 3. And just pick a number between 1 to 4. And what you do is you'll just listen to the message that's coming through. I've got my glasses, which is good because I'm going to read from the book, from the Awaken with the Dragons book, and we're just going to read what the messages are of the cards that come through. So we have card number 1. Card number 1 is the beautiful Tara. Tara is a blue-green sea dragon. She came to me when I was on the beach. So her message today is number 9. A whole new perspective turns things around 180 degrees with a new story. This is one of the lessons that the dragons love to just keep saying. Tell a new story, tell a new story. Jack and Ori. You know, we can only create from the story that's going on the inside of us, the stories that we tell ourselves. So if we could, and this is the work that I do within the Dragon Portal, is actually tell a new story. Tell me a new story. What's been going on for you? What's not working? Let's tell a new story. So let's just read this message. Everybody who chose card number 1. And they all will have a significant message for you if you choose to listen to all of them. So welcome. Let the dragons infuse you with a new perspective. So Tara says, it's so easy to slip into a numb state and depending on another for direction or following someone else's lead because they seem to have all the answers to what you need and what you want. Yet you have all the answers within you. If only you would make a choice to seek them out, to be open and able to listen. And then you become the only one you need to follow and need to depend on from now on. So there is a pivot. There is something that you can pivot on right now. Yet we, the Dragon Clan, see that there is a resistance to your own powerful energy and creation. If you're here, let me know. If you're here on replay, let me know as well. Tara continues. There is simply no benefit from having given all your power away and over to someone else. Absolutely none. Letting someone else give you the answers, tell you what you want to do, even looking at yourself for the best solutions, will bring you steadily off course. The love for life and the creative power that emanates from you when you are aligned with your true self as a soul has an effect on everyone and everything around you. And there is a true power. If there is resistance to this perspective of being aligned and knowing yourself, then it is coming from your head. Hi guys. And there you have the habitually given all of your true power away. It's just as simple a pattern that you've got into the purpose for your own survival, and it worked for you for a while. These old ways of not trusting your own judgment are beginning to break down, and this spell is being lifted off you so that you can break through and create your own reality. No, now more and more of you realize that the power lies in each individual. We can seek out a coach, we can seek out somebody, but in the hope that this coach is going to open you up to find your way through. Listening to what someone else says and telling you what exactly to do should give you alarm bells because you need to say, oh my God, I need to know whether this is right for me. And what I teach you to know your yes and to your no, and to know exactly if this is right for you, if this is not right for you. So you're connected to your soul. Your soul is coming through and she's going, that's not it. That's not the way we're going to do this. We're going to do this in a slightly different way. So this is your pivot. No doubt your soul will have already intervened and given you a powerful nudge for you to take back your own power and change the way that you look at things. This is the time to tell a new story as a powerful way to overcome each of your difficult situations and stop looking to others to provide the solutions. Your new perceptions, you will see situations turn up for you so that you can hear the calling from your soul, for you to remember who you are. These turn up as personal disasters, such as your body behaving badly, illness, financial ruin, broken relationships, bumping your car, having a leak in the house. You are being called to want to create something different. You'll be called to want something more out of your life, to come back to your own power and have your own control. Oh my God, isn't this just a brilliant, brilliant card for the beginning of January to help you see that it's you that has the power to create all of these things. If this is resonating with you, let me know. The dragons, they won't tell you what to do. They will, however, get you in touch with your soul. So that, oh, good, both of you picked number one. They will let you know what your soul is asking you and driving you and pulling you towards. Yes, so the dragons aren't here to tell you what to do. They're here to guide you. And as soon as you can allow yourself to be open to that particular guidance and reach those parts of you that you've not reached before, letting your soul come all the way through, this is when life gets really interesting. Whoopsie, there we go. Whoopsie daisy. We have Lunar Ray. Lunar Ray is our second card today. Lunar Ray, here we go. She is a pearlescent dragon. She teaches you to feel safe in your feelings. She teaches you to expand your feelings and to know that you don't need to live in a narrow bandwidth of your feelings anymore. Her card is number 25. She's inviting you to dive into the intensity of your feelings. One of the things that when I'm looking for the card number, one of the things that the dragons are absolutely amazing at guiding you, clearly, but they're really, really good at helping you to manifest something. And I'm doing a masterclass, a training, 25, did I say 25? I did. I'm doing a training on the 22nd of January where the dragons will show up. And they are here because they really want to show you the ways, the different ways that they are propelling you forwards, helping you turn around, different trajectory, all about manifesting and getting what it is that you want and why things are not working out for you because you've manifested those as well. Woo! Good. All right, Sarah. Well done. Okay, number 25. Dive into the intensity of your feelings. Most people go, oh, I don't want to feel intensity of my feelings. Honey, you do. Because what you've done is you've brought yourself down into a very narrow bandwidth of your feelings. And you're going, I don't want to be hurt, I don't want to feel any intensity. But then, of course, you don't feel the beautiful intensities of all the adventures and emotions and joy and serenity and love that are on the other end of the spectrum as well. There is so much more to be experienced. We are sending out rays of love. They are warm and gentle, and your worries simply melt away so that you can feel and be in this feeling to stretch yourself, allow yourself to open up to what love and what they are sending you. There is a lot of love still to be shared with you. I wonder if you can track where in the body you are feeling that love. Lunar Ray wants you to feel the love that's available for you. You can feel it as an expansive feeling, a very safe feeling, a feeling of being at home. We use words that you understand to bring you to a feeling of being loved that you desire to feel. You will be in no doubt as you begin to feel in your heart and down into your solar plexus and in and around your chest area. But it is not located just in the heart. When you track it, love is allowed to be amplified and it overflows and it goes into every single nook and cranny and cell and atom of you. Love radiates and flows out of the top of your head like a waterfall and all around you. Once you are full of love and fulfilled with love to your maximum capacity, of the love that you can hold, The energy of love will naturally overflow and be felt by the others in your environment. The feeling and experience of having known love from inside your body is a practice and an exercise, just so that you know what love feels like. Again, it can be felt and recognized with familiar feelings of being at home, safe, very comfortable. There is a melting feeling that happens inside your stomach, inside your whole core. It feels like pouring hot water over a chocolate sculpture. Everything melts away. There is that satisfied breathing out, that feeling and that sound. It is warm and soft and all-encompassing. You cannot help but smile and feel satisfied. There is a smile on the inside of your heart, between your chest, that reaches your face as a smile. And that smile cannot be stopped when you're feeling the love that you're being sent. Perhaps you shed a tear as you're so happy and the feeling of immense love is flowing from you. The feeling of love is when you experience a feeling that is so full, and as your just like chest is about to burst open. Experience being so full that you cannot take in another deep breath. You are so full and so expanded. You are stretched to the max. And still, there is more to be had. This is you at home. This is how we, the Dragon Collective, communicate with your soul. We feel, this is how we feel about you. And if it brings a tear to your eye to know that someone, something, we feel that way about you, then now you are beginning to understand. And I'm feeling that right now. So maybe you can also dip into that feeling as well. And just feel that. Can you feel how much the dragons love you? How much your soul loves you? How much the soul of the dragons love you? And other souls around you love you and want only the best for you. So they say this is how we feel about you. And when you're soaking that in and at home in this feeling, in that vibration, in that frequency that you call love, you connect to us. And this is when all things are possible. Again, a brilliant message. Thank you very much, dragons, for the beginning of the year, for us to remember and to know what love feels like, how we can use love, how we can get into that. So let me know if you felt that. Let me know if you felt and were infused by the energy of the dragons as we read these dragon cards out today. So we are asking for card number 3, which would be the most potent, poignant dragon card message that we can pick up right now. Perfect. So, to match my scarf today, I do love wearing pink, we have Bloom. Bloom is very, very playful. She has no tolerance for victim. She has no tolerance for neediness or complaining. She is super playful, plays full out, unapologetic. As pink as this wrap today, she is loud, she is proud, and she is playful. Loud, proud, and playful. Okay, so number 42 of the cards of the dragons today, step by step. Feel yourself embody the frequency of the feeling that you desire. Again, the dragons, one of the main things that the dragons are always saying to me is, 1, you don't know how powerful you are. 2, your inner world creates your outer world. Now, the thing that I find that I'm teaching the most with people is sustaining the good place. How do we sustain that, Fiona? How do I stay there? I have it when I talk to you. I have it when you ask me the questions. But how do I do that on a daily basis when, you know, people are being complete arses around me, or I've got to go to work, or... So this is a great card to listen to today. What did I say? Number 42. Let's bring about Bloom. Oh my God, she's such a beautiful dragon. She's not as you would expect a dragon to be. None of them are, actually. But she is just so naughty, rebellious. She does things her own way. She's fun. And she'll have you doing things and creating more fun in your life, which I'm sure most people have not allowed very much fun into their life. That's what she's telling me today. So this comes from Bloom. So just let that infuse while I channel Bloom, and I'll read the message that she has for you. So, step by playful step, feel yourself embody the frequency of the feeling that you desire. Luck is on your side. You've chosen a new path. It's time to step into your new identity, blossom and flourish. We, the collective, have a purpose to help you to feel. It is a revolution of feeling. This is a revolution of letting you feel again, and this is true freedom of allowing you to playfully create for yourself. What could be better than this is something that Bloom often asks. The aim is purely for you to evolve so that you feel better and better and better and better. You begin to feel in your best shape of your life, healthy and loved, feel fortunate, and that all the things are possible for you to experience and move into. Do you feel there is a resistance to this? Bloom asks. Maybe it seems impossible. Maybe it seems too big a dream to have. Or maybe it's not something that you can fully imagine yet for yourself. Do you love to dream, vision more than your imaginary fears? If yes, then you can pause and breathe and remember who you really are, and remember and trust that you are safe. This is why the first step is to really feel safe in your body. And all of this playful practice and focus of what you are bringing home into the body. This is a revolution of feeling. It allows you to experience and embody a new feeling, have a new reality and a new identity that will see you create form from the frequency of the energy that you allow to flow through your body. The next step is to play with these feelings, enhance and amplify these feelings. What would you like to feel more of? What is it that you want? Get into the feeling, and that you're inviting in more playfulness. Bloom is showing me right this very minute, if you could have a box of dress-up clothes, and if you could just pick something different to wear and walk differently in and through your day so that you respond to things in a very different way. One of the other cards is really about seeing feelings and emotions as colours. But this is really interesting, the reason that we don't get what we say we want, and I'll be talking a lot about this on the 22nd of January, is because we just keep flopping back down into where we're used to being. We're addicted to feeling mediocre, and Bloom does not like mediocre. Become consciously aware of what feelings pass through your body, being able to pick up and be aware when you're feeling better of the enjoyment you want to experience next. All of this is just so that you know that you can be acutely aware of the contrast, the duality of what the feelings you would like to play more in. Open up your channels. Go beyond the thinking mind. Go beyond where you've experienced so far. Go beyond this world of possibility and play and remain curious, playful and inquisitive. Childlike in your playful exploration and imagination. If you've been around me, even if it's just for a day a week, you will have seen me post things about detoxing. You will have seen me post things about dragons, about all sorts of different things that help you to receive guidance. And this is what Bloom is all about. This is what she wants you to understand and to know, to open yourself up, to keep those doors open of your heart so that you can allow more playfulness in, more excitement in. And I'm doing a detox this week, one of the detoxes that I was guided to create and write years ago. This is the home detox box here, because it brings you back to remembering who you are and kind of, You know, what is it that you really want? What do you want to do? And these are a lot of the questions that you can go through as part of the detox, especially when I'm supporting you through all of that. Card number 4. I wonder what card number 4 will bring us today in all of the mission to do with aligning to your own superpower so that you are... And a card just flew out. Let's see what that is. Oh, we have Seraphina. Seraphina, card number 5. She was the first dragon that I met. She's a beautiful gold dragon. She's the matriarch of the dragons. And she's very calm and serene. She would be like the perfect mother energy. And the dragons actually are our cosmic parents, but Seraphina is just... Anyway, I'll read the card to you and you can just imagine that, you know, this is the best person talking to you. So her message today, card number 5, your mind is a trap or the most glorious creator. So card number 5, please, Seraphina, and let's channel you and bring you through with your matriarch energy. So, Seraphina. Your mind is a trap or the most glorious creator. Pay closer attention. Be aware that you have large amounts of information available to you in every communication. You can sense better on an energetic level with the vibrations and use the frequency of your senses to read the states of others. You can see with your eyes closed. All of this reveals far more than your mind or is yet willing to fathom and accept. I invite you to evolve and change intuitively. Things are already changing around you. What we've seen of your world is that without the extrasensory perceptions being accessed, your world is slipping and sliding, and there is a dark shadow of survival hanging over your heads. Many are just accepting mediocrity, and the depression takes over, and people who live like this on your planet become very sad. The planet itself is fine. It will always survive. It is you who chose to come and inhabit this planet at this particular magical time that is lost in your mind, and that is the sickness. When it could so gloriously be different. The mind is a trap or a glorious creator. Your imagination opens you up to so many more possibilities, and as the greatest creator. Imagine as being at peace in your mind and accessing the parts of your mind, the personality mind, and letting the soul infiltrate your beautiful mind. It's this the difference between night and day. If you are letting go of your overactive mind, happily losing your mind, relaxing and letting go, then you're in fact accessing the greatest potential of the mind and the universe, of source, and reaching into the galaxies and communicating across species and those beings that you have never ever imagined that you could communicate with. Of course, we are talking about ourselves, the dragons. Expanding beyond the average 10% of your brain's actual capacity and evolving and transforming into being functioning successfully using your magical mind is a great accomplishment. And as the greatest creator, this is what we want for you. Your inner world creates your outer world. Thank you very much, Seraphina. Dragons, we love you. Thank you very much for our messages today. These have been profound, these have been beautiful, and we are ready to take on board the way of the dragons. Please join me on the 22nd of January where I do an event called Manifesting with the Dragons, and they will be showing you what they've shown me to do with one of the aspects that the dragons teach us about manifesting. They teach us about mediumship, they teach me about telepathy, they teach us about relationships, they teach us about finances. And once you start inviting the dragons into your life, you will find so many more dragons popping up. The Dragon Portal is available for whoever wants to dive into the Dragon Portal. We work for a year communicating with the dragons, taking on board all of their training, allowing us to manifest all the beautiful things that we're able to manifest and live on this planet Earth with several feet off the ground, so that we're actually doing everything in a completely lighter-hearted way, feeling our way forwards, moving forwards, knowing what we feel with our eyes closed. My name is Fiona Robertson. I am the Grand Master for the Dragons, helping you to understand the easier way to ascend into 5D, into the new paradigm, into the golden future, so that we're using our intuition and that we are in control of our own destinies. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you have any questions, if you want to know more about the events that I run, if you want to know more about practical magic, allowing the dragons to guide you, then please ask me.